So I just watched the first episode of American Horror Story Apocalypse, and if that's the apocalypse, like if that's like the saving grace, I'm gonna stick to dying because that's crazy. Um, I also had to kind of laugh the fact that the one kid, I don't know all the characters' names yet, but the kid, the guy who got taken from his family, they're like, oh, you submitted a DNA test, and that's why, on Ancestry.com. It's like, oh, so those websites actually do mean stuff. Aside from, oh, look, the government having your information, versus dying with your family, you get to, be alone. I had to, see the foreshadowing here with Vilma, whatever her name is, the headmistress, when she mentioned to the guy and the girl, no copulating of any kind, no matter what. And then as the time progresses, warning spoilers, as if you didn't see it coming, stuff happens. We have the voiceover of the kid of the guy, and he says, we steal. I think it's him. One of the two. They have a voiceover, and it says, we steal what we can. We take the little kisses once a week, so we don't draw attention to ourselves. It's like, okay, you're holding hands under the table. How do the gray not decipher, not say anything to the purple? It has to be a rule for the gray to be like, tell us if something happens. So I don't know. Also, I have this weird fascination with plague doctor masks. Well, after seeing this, I'm going to throw that in the same category as gas masks. Freaking me out now. Freaking me out. Although, to be fair, I'm more into the non-apocalyptic look of the masks. So perhaps that's why I'm just a little freaked out. It adds to the whole everything, I suppose. Although it is curious, slightly, that the 4 people on the plane, unless the plane flew to the location, flew to the safe zone, that those 4 people got their lives saved, and they're in this evacuation place. How they got there, beyond me. Obviously, hopefully that progresses a little. And then of course, them killing off the contaminated one and essentially feeding him to everyone else without saying as much as that. Next time, if there is a next time, they need to be careful and not keep the bones in the soup. This is chicken. It's chicken. Why would we feed you, some other person? We're not going to be cannibals. It's like, okay, get rid of the bones. Get rid of, I don't know, the teeth. Teeth or bones. Just, strip it down, throw it in some broth. No one knows the difference. Tastes like chicken, right? Everything tastes like chicken. So, of course, they have to get rid of the contaminated one. And the fact that they do it for fun, okay, fine. I get it. You're cooped up in this house. That's messed up. So, this hour went by really fast. It wasn't really an hour, more like, half an hour to 45 minutes. I sped through the commercials on the on-demand. However, there was a point I was making with that. They went really fast, and my brain just completely had a brain fart. It'll come to me the moment I press upload. So, I don't know. The fact that, see, I remember. Okay, so anything I read, which wasn't much about this season, is that you had Coven and you had Murder House. Well, going into this season, the very first, few minutes, my brain is trying to remember everything from Murder House because I did not watch the Coven season, and I kind of hope I don't get too confused, basically, with these characters that are from the season, stuff that I would have missed, all of that I got through, I think, the first 2 episodes, and I couldn't watch the season, so I never watched it. I'll watch all the others, and I'll see how far this one goes if I don't get super confused. But I don't remember a darn thing from Murder House, aside from the weird, creepy latex being, and he's more or less just creeping in the background half the time, if I remember correctly. So to see how all of this kind of, I guess, morphs together and getting all these other characters in here, hopefully doesn't confuse me. I like that they're bringing, legitimately bringing forth, hey, this is what we're doing, and not kind of second guessing, leaving the audience like, oh, that's from this season, little things, that this is like, here you go. So we'll see, I guess, how this progresses, how this goes. But so far I'm intrigued, aside from the fact that I'm kind of freaked out by the head of the house, essentially, and that, it's the apocalypse. So obviously it's not supposed to be glittery and rainbows and whatever. It's very freaky. Keep saying the word freaky. So I don't know. I'll continue to watch it until I don't, or until the season ends. So that's all I got.